Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of
The Unbox Boys!
I'm Dave, along with my son Elias.
Hello.
And my son-in-law Jared.
Hello, everybody. What's up?
Is that Sherlock Holmes? Okay. And we've got two figures for you today, although they look identical. But are they? From the Star Wars Black Series, these 6-inch figures.
This is literally like the epitome of Dave DeAndrea right here.
What do you mean?
Okay, so you got two figures. They look pretty much identical, except that one's got a red arm and that one doesn't.
Yeah. No, there's more differences.
And that one has a silver leg, and the other one doesn't.
But there's more differences though.
The wires.
That one has different color wires, but that one doesn't. But it's like, I think you're missing the point here. It's like the figures, same figure.
But it's different.
Bugs in his teeth, Lightning McQueen, bugs in his teeth.
Yeah, one of my first obsession collections was Disney Pixar Cars. I started out by saying, okay, I'll get just the main characters from Radiator Springs, which I did, and then went on to collect hundreds of different cars until I finally gave up because I couldn't keep up anymore. But yeah, they had like 20 different Lightning McQueens with small variations. Like one had bugs in his teeth and one had a cone on his head.
It's kind of a running joke with Dave.
Yeah, different tires, and I mean, it's just, and that was perhaps my first realization of the sinister nature of
Toy companies
who just want to just take all your money, and so then I started collecting something else, and they're doing it again, more expensive, Hasbro. So the two figures here, of course, both C-3PO, just different era C-3POs. This one is the one which is the Walgreens exclusive C-3PO.
No number.
No number on the side. That's kind of a giveaway that it is an exclusive and not just readily available everywhere. And as far as the back goes, the description says C-3PO is a droid programmed for etiquette and protocol. Over the years, he was involved in some of the galaxy's most thrilling battles and is fluent in more than 7 million forms of communication. That's kind of the standard C-3PO stuff. We have different description on the back of the other box, so another difference there. That box, which is almost identical, except it has the number 29 at the top there. But this one is the Resistance base C-3PO from The Force Awakens. So it's got the red arm. This one says, a fastidious and worry-prone protocol droid, C-3PO longs for more peaceful times, but his continued service to Princess Leia keeps him in the front lines of galactic conflict. So his saga continues here. So this is the red arm C-3PO featured in the film. Actually, why don't we open these both up and contrast and compare. Okay, so there's the Walgreens exclusive C-3PO out of the box, and we take a closer look. And yes, he does have the silver leg there. But for the most part, the rest of them is kind of a normal C-3PO that you would expect. We like the paint on this one, at least I do. I think they can get away with this type of figure with just doing a very shiny, because you want them to be kind of shiny, gold-looking, metallic. Mm-hmm. And then the Force Awakens version, again, is very similar, almost identical, except with the red arm. The leg difference there, he doesn't have the silver leg on the one on the right, and his guts there. The wires are different on both of them.
The articulation, though, is identical. Is that right?
I would imagine so, yeah. I don't think they changed that up too much, and probably pretty limited for him. Why don't you show the specs on the articulation there?
Yeah, well, this is the obviously the red arm one. It looks like, yeah, it's a head swivel, and it's got like a joint to go up and down, so you can kind of give him a little bit of movement there. There's no elbow joint at all. I mean, obviously in the movies he kind of keeps his arms straight. Yeah. He does have a angle on that there. Underneath there you can see there's a little hinge joint for his arm. It just kind of keeps him in the robot pose.
Right.
And I think he's got a wrist kind of swivels out, kind of like Iron Man or something. And then, yeah, his other arm is identical. Actually, yeah, okay. Yeah, other arm is completely identical. They just kind of... It's kind of weird because I guess that is... When I opened it, I was like, is this his natural, like, resting stance?
Yeah.
Like, but it is. Like, when you think about it, like, think about him walking around, you're like, oh, he does walk around like that.
Yep. Like a little butler.
Yeah. And his legs there, he's got a little thigh. So you can get that there. You want that. Under there, it's kind of hidden behind his little armor here, his leg piece, which I love that when they hide those kind of pieces, and then it pivots around circles, and he's got one single joint on his leg there. So he's got the same articulation as in the movies, pretty much.
Yeah, he's not going to have a lot of dynamics.
His knee kind of goes forward also.
Don't really remember seeing that in the movie.
Yeah. Just
So-
as normal and...
That's pretty much all there is for articulation, but paint differences, I didn't see anything different except for, like you said earlier, the internal organs there in the middle.
And the arm and the leg.
Yeah, obviously, and the
Right. Oh, hello.
and to me, this one I'm looking at it now is the paint on the red arm. It does not have.
different.
It's different, but I feel like it looks different in the movie. Like it has a different finish to it, and so I think it really looks. It looks just really plasticky, and there's no like difference like in the color of the pieces hooking it on, and so it just looks really plasticky.
We're excited to see this figure. They had an R2-D2 figure out in one of the earlier Black Series waves, and so it took them a while to get to C-3PO, but we're glad they did, and so they made up for it by giving us 2 versions of C-3PO.
Were these released at the same time, or are these?
Yeah, same time they both came out, just this one happened to be the Walgreens exclusive, because some people didn't want the red arm one, they wanted a classic, and so they obliged. So Elias, how did C-3PO get his red arm? We saw in the movie Force Awakens that he had a red arm.
This is red arm one.
I know. First, so the silver leg.
Yes.
I'm going to explain that first. So, in A New Hope, he is complete, and is he complete all the way?
Yes,
In New Hope?
in New Hope he's complete. Think about him walking around the Tantu.
Yeah.
So
okay.
prequels, he was,
Prequels, he was on
First he was naked.
first he was just
Yeah.
wires.
And so, I'm pretty sure, I think I've heard somewhere that they were upgrading him to be gold or whatever, and so they might not have found more pieces for this, and that's why it's silver.
Okay.
It's like his old one. And then we get to the red arm one. So this is a huge story and all. And so Disney or Marvel or Star Wars, whoever,
Star Wars Marvel.
came out with a comic book,
Right?
the C-3PO comic book, on how he got his red arm. And it's this heroic story of a bunch of droids, and one of them, they all start getting destroyed except for C-3PO and this one droid called Omri, who sacrifices himself to save C-3PO, and he loses his arm or something, and then Omri gets destroyed,
You find a page in there so
and
you can kind of see.
and then C-3PO somehow gets his arm because C-3PO loses his.
There's the dramatic sequence, and it's all of its glory. Bloody grease.
See, there's the arm,
Okay.
because it starts raining acid,
That's what
and he has to go out to contact the people.
Okay. So you can find that is a digital edition. They have that available, or check out your local comic book store. For that, they have tons of different Star Wars comic books now
Yeah,
for
they
just
do.
about every character. Lando's got one, and Chewbacca's got one. There's hardly any speaking in the Chewbacca one. Mostly a lot of mostly a lot of that. So anyway, there are the 2 C-3POs, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like and share and comment. And Lord willing, we'll talk to you again next time. God bless.